Hi everyone, today I want to talk about the fourth step in the healing process after you have gone through trauma, and that is the forgiveness of self. You know, when you go through such a horrific trauma, it is hard and very difficult not to blame yourself for it. I know hindsight is 20/20, but you go through all the what ifs, all the coulda shouldas, and you think to yourself, if I just did this differently, if I just did that differently, then maybe the person would still be here today. I had to come to terms with that. I had to come to a realization with that, but it wasn't an overnight thing. It came through lots of work and dedication. I felt guilty after for just crossing the street. I felt so much guilt for being alive. I definitely, people talk about appreciating life that much more, and I did. However, I felt so much guilt and so much anger towards myself that if I, just got so-and-so into counseling, this would have happened. Or if I did something more, and I don't know what that more is. You can't get in somebody's head and change a situation. They're responsible for themselves. And that was really hard realizing that they're accountable for their own actions. You're not responsible for their actions. You're not responsible for what they do. I mean, you can give advice to your blue in the face, but is it really going to change the situation? Probably not. Especially for someone who's a psychopath. They're that way, and there's no changing it. That's who they are. That's who they are to their core. And I think that coming out of a trauma and blaming yourself for it is probably why the statistics are so high for people to go out to the streets and turn to the streets as a result. Because you're flooded with so many emotions. I mean, how could you not think that this was your fault? How could you think that you deserve a life better? Your self-esteem's blown up, your self-confidence, everything is just diminished. Everything has taken a huge hit. Forgiveness of self is so hard. It is one of the biggest obstacles. And forgiveness has to come through the other steps. Your purpose. And your purpose is to give justice for the person that cannot be with us. The purpose is using your story as a teaching tool for somebody else, so they don't turn to the streets and think that that's the solution. And reevaluating yourself. And through doing that, you have to reevaluate your relationships. You have to be willing to help yourself, because nobody else is going to do that for you. And forgiveness is a process. It's a journey. It's not going to come at a flick of a switch. It takes time. It takes growth. It takes healing. And you do that through therapy, through coping strategies, and realizing who you need in your life to get to where you need to be, and who you need to cut ties with because they drag you down. You need to be at your best in order to start to forgive yourself. Forgiveness is something that is an ongoing process. It's never going to be forgotten. You know, it's always going to be in the back of your head. However, it's about stepping forward and working on yourself and continually becoming a stronger, better version of yourself. Use your toolbox. Use your coping strategies. Just remember, it's one breath at a time. It's one step at a time. Be patient with yourself. Love yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing at the time. You are valuable. You are worth it. You can and you will fight the fight. Be patient, be brave, and love with all your heart. That is how you truly forgive. You did not cause this. You did not do this. You can and you will go on. Believe in yourself always. And know that you can do anything you set your mind to. Take care.